Hello everyone. Welcome to a comprehensive exploration of data security in cloud computing. In this in-depth video, we'll unravel the complexities, share real-world insights, best practices, and arm you with the knowledge to safeguard your digital treasures in the cloud. Let's dive into this essential topic. First, the data security landscape. Our journey begins with understanding the vast landscape of data security in cloud computing. It's not just about protecting data, it's about maintaining its integrity, confidentiality, and availability, the famous CIA triad, within the cloud. If you want to know more about the CIA triad, I'll link my explanation of the CIA triad in the description of this video. Consider high-profile data breach incidents like the Equifax and Capital One breaches. These unfortunate events highlight the critical need for robust data security measures. In the Equifax breach, sensitive personal data of millions was exposed due to a known software vulnerability that was left unpatched. Capital One suffered a breach because of a misconfigured firewall. These incidents underscore the importance of proactive vulnerability management and security configurations. You can find many more examples on my channel. One important concept in this regard is to implement data classification to categorize your data by sensitivity. Classify data as public, internal, confidential, or highly confidential, or top secret. And by doing this and by sorting your data into different vaults with varying levels of security, you can tailor your security measures to protect your most critical assets effectively. Next, encryption. Encryption is the linchpin of data security. It ensures that even if unauthorized parties gain access, they can't decipher your data. One example or best practice used in this regard is the Advanced Encryption Standard, AES. It scrambles your data into an unreadable format. AES is so robust that it's used by governments and organizations worldwide to protect classified information. It is, at the moment, the de facto standard of symmetric encryption. Implementing AES encryption in your cloud environment is like converting your data into indecipherable code that only those with the proper key can decipher. Another best practice in this regard is end-to-end encryption. To fortify your data security, adopt E2E encryption for data at rest and in transit. This approach ensures that your data remains secure throughout its journey from storage to transmission. It's akin to securing your data in an unbreakable digital tunnel, safeguarding it against potential eavesdropping or breaches. Next, we move on to Identity and Access Management, IAM. Controlling who has access to your data is paramount. IAM is your gatekeeper in the cloud. Services like AWS Identity and Access Management, IAM, grant permissions to users and resources within your cloud environment. IAM is like issuing digital keys, allowing only authorized personnel into your data domain. For example, you can grant developers access to deploy resources while restricting their access to sensitive data, enhancing your overall security posture. This goes in line with classifying your data into sensitive, confidential, and so on, which I've mentioned earlier. A best practice in this regard is the principle of least privilege, POLP. By adhering to this principle, you provide users and processes with the minimum access necessary to perform their functions. This practice limits the potential blast radius of security incidents. It's like issuing restricted access cards to your data vaults, ensuring that only those who truly need access can enter. I can tell you from personal experience that this is actually very hard to do in practice because people or employees in your organization will always claim they need more than they actually do. And restricting their ability to perform their job is obviously also not something you want to do, so this is actually much trickier than it sounds. Next, we move on to data loss prevention, DLP. Data loss prevention is your protection against data leaks. It stops sensitive information from slipping through the cracks. Tools like Symantec Data Loss Prevention scan and monitor data in real time. Think of it as guards inspecting your parcels leaving your cloud. For instance, DLP can prevent accidental data leakage by detecting and blocking the transmission of sensitive information in emails or files, safeguarding your organization's reputation and compliance, for example, to the GDPR. Regularly audit your data for vulnerabilities and leaks. Just like inspecting the walls of your castle for hidden passages, data audits help you identify weak points in your security architecture. By continuously assessing your data, you can proactively address vulnerabilities and ensure that your defenses remain resilient. Incident response and recovery. No system is invincible. As we say in cybersecurity, there is no silver bullet. Be prepared with a solid incident response and recovery plan. Craft incident response playbooks, much like battle strategies, for your digital realm. Define roles, procedures, and communication protocols. Simulate scenarios to ensure that your team knows how to react swiftly and effectively in the event of a security incident. Having a well-prepared response plan and actively practicing it regularly, which is the hardest part of it actually, is like having battle-hardened soldiers ready to defend your data. But as I've said, they need to be practiced, otherwise they just don't make a lot of sense. Implement data backup and recovery protocols. This way you are ready to restore order if your cloud faces an attack. Regularly backup your data to secure offsite locations. Ensure that your recovery procedures are well documented and regularly tested. Again, this ensures that even in the worst case scenario, your data can be restored and your operations can resume. This is also called business continuity management. To summarize, first, understand the data security landscape and its critical importance, learning from past incidents, not only on your environment or in your organization, but from others. Encryption is your digital shield against prying eyes. Implement robust encryption like AES and apply end-to-end encryption. Control access through IAM and follow the principle of least privilege. Deploy data loss prevention measures and conduct regular audits to uncover vulnerabilities. Finally, prepare for incidents with a well-defined incident response and recovery plan, including playbooks and data backup strategies. And always practice these playbooks, practice your plans. That concludes today's video. Thanks for joining us in this journey to data security in the cloud. We will continue our series on security in cloud computing shortly, but for now, thanks for watching and stay safe.